All right. Good evening, those of you watching on YouTube. I'm gonna color. All right. Let me turn this down. I'm gonna swatch some of the color shifts on white and black. Was my plan for today, and then probably do some jelly prints. Oh, that brush is not very good. Just throw it away. Hi, Joycey. Hi, Dot. So I thought I would do like a color swatching chart on white and one on black to see what combinations were created with these. I hadn't really noticed anybody. I know Patty's talked about some that she's mixed together or hi, Tanya. Hi, Elaine. I got to open all of these up. I've used them just by taking the lids off, but I haven't poured out any paint or I hate the plastic wrappers on the bottles. Necessary evil, I guess. Hi, Judy. I got most of the colors. The only one I didn't get was the one that's kind of that orange coral color, which I wanted. It just wasn't in the set, and they didn't have it on Amazon in the smaller size. So when I got to go get a canvas this weekend or this week sometime. When I go do that, I'll see if I can pick up. So I have a space for that color that I can add. I should have done this before. Sorry. And I got 2 of the dragonflies, but I'm not sure I want to use those on my jelly plate. The 2 dragonflies I got were the red, violet, blue shift and the gold, red, violet shift. So I want a couple more of those too. I need to buy them at the store where they're more reasonable and I can use my coupon maybe. I just hate to go to the store that often. Got more. I hardly will go at all. Hey, Gail. All right. I'm going to start with the yellow flash. And I'm going to go to the green flash. I guess I'll go back and forth between a couple brushes. Okay, this is the green. Put the green there too. And then let's add some yellow on top of that and see. Okay. I'm going to put the yellow all the way down here. Two or three so I can kind of move along. All right, I'm going to go with turquoise next. And kind of a green color. It's called Dragon. I made a purpley. Get the green one back. And see what that. I'm not seeing much of a mix, so I'm not sure. It might be. Go ahead and put some of this. Well, that one's a little polluted of a mix. There is some green on that, so it did mix. It's funny how blue on the black, the turquoise looks blue. I don't know. Maybe I want to do this differently. I'm not seeing a whole lot of changes. You got some color shifts today? Cool. And it could be that I'm too in the same color family right now. Might just learn more by playing on the jelly plate. This is the blue flash, which looks very purple. Which is how it really shows up on the black paper. It's very purple. Okay, let's come across here. Because this is dry, it's not really the same as mixing it. So I'm not sure this is worth the time. Let's just do the jelly plate. I think this is not working out the way I thought. I'll just jelly plate. And we'll just play and I'll see some of the combos. I'm just going to get my more dirty plate out here. Quite a bit of crusty plates in gray from the last time I used it, I guess. And I did take out some other paints to kind of mix in with this. Just sort of play with, and some gold leaf. And we'll try some more of the water, like Gail T had showed Patty or told Patty. All right, let's try that. Let's take, I don't know what Bob's watching. Let's go ahead and pick up that paint. It's on the table. All right, let's add some turquoise. I'll add some of that. Put way too much paint. There's some dragon up in that corner. I'm going to even leave that right there. And let's put a stencil on. And I just picked out some that I use and like a lot. Hi, Eileen. All right, we'll We'll just use the back of this to start with. It reminds me of the interference that I have from Deco Arts, to be honest. And I really do. So this is the blue flash and the turquoise right here. And then this is some of the yellow in here and the dragon. Okay, let's go ahead and we can probably add some more. I'm just going to add that other side of the black paper. Kind of get it double-sided. Oh, let's go where those white lines are. So you get a really pretty iridescent, and I actually like it with the white lines showing up. Okay, let's try. Let's try some of the more unexpected. Like what happens when you put black flash? They do not want to come out of their little bottles with some of the green. And I'm going to leave it very liberal. Okay, let's put this on a music paper sheet. We can probably get a couple pulls. Okay, it kind of looks like an olive or an army green. Let's I'm going to just go over this again. Let's try that on a black. With something on it. Okay, I'm gonna let's try that over there. Let's see what it looks like on the black. And over that purple. Yeah, it's kind of got a greenish bronze to it. Okay. It didn't all come up. So I'm going to let that dry. It did add some interesting texture over here. And here's kind of how it looks. Kind of a brassy color. Okay, let's let that dry and let's use a Titan buff to pick it up like more as a, actually, you know what? Let's let that dry and then we'll put on like the purple flash. I think I'll put on a little bit of this raspberry flash, which is almost looks like coppery. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to this kind of animal print stencil. Let's go back just some regular copy paper. That is kind of pretty. There's places where it's pinker and then the bronze. It looks like kind of a bronze on top or a brass on top of a light pink. All right, and then we'll do a cleanup with that, which has got some areas that have the pink and purple and some areas that not have the darker. Okay, I'm just going to use this same paper and print double-sided. And then I'll regret it later. This is the color shift by Folk Art. I've just got, and I'm just playing with them and seeing what combinations. Okay. Kind of a pewter color. Not hating it. Don't necessarily love it. It probably needs something more on it. But it looks pewter. Looks like a grungy pewter, and there's a little more of a pinky purple. Let's maybe my instinct says to put a pop of black on it. Just regular black. Black flash will just make it more bronze. Let's try the blue flash and see what happens on top of that with a different stencil. And I'm not even going to worry about it getting everywhere. These are so thin. Let's just add it where it goes and see what it does. It's real light. It almost looks like, you remember the blue when copiers, when you'd have books with blue print that didn't copy? That's how it turned out. Really light. Okay. Let's well, I still think it needs, I'm gonna leave it the way it is, but could probably use a pop of black. All right, there's a little bit of that blue flash on there. Let's add some just regular paint in blue. All right, let's just put that on white and see what we pick up. There might not be a lot to see, like how the blue flash looks on a blue. That's what this should basically show. Okay, so that's regular paint. There's a little bit of the blue flash on it, but not a lot. So this is, for the most part, regular paint. Let me need to get out some other stencils that have bigger patterns. Okay, so what do we want to add? What flash do we want to add over the blue? Should we try the black flash over that blue? Well, I think it's a glaze, and I've heard people say that they did add paint to it. So I do think it's something that, you know, like working with something else over. Let's try on a Jones stencils. We'll see how it does over blue. Hey, Judy. Hi, Shauna, by the way. Hi, Norma. Well, it kind of looks black. There is a shimmer. I mean, will I use that piece of paper? Most definitely. Okay, let's let that dry. And pick it up with what do you want to pick this up with? The turquoise one? Aqua Flash? Or a pink? Or a purple? And I'm going to put some of the aqua down here. And I'm going to put some of the purple up here. They come out of the bottle. They won't come out, and then you squeeze, and then there's too much that comes out. I will tell you that right now. Try not to, I don't want to mix it up a whole lot. All right, let's get, I want a stencil that's, well, that's not really what I wanted, but I just want to take some out. Okay. I'm thinking, let's take this, if we can. I'm gonna let that dry, and then I want to put some Titan Buff on it. Here's kind of what came up when I just did straight up. It looks really grungy. There's pinks and blues and like a blackish gray. Kind of wiping this stencil off. I do feel like this is going to be sticky on the stencils. Okay. Need my fan. I'm thinking I want to dry this a little bit, and we'll do a crusty bit. I'm just getting it up under the air to make it dry a little faster. We'll do Titan Buff. I don't have any white out. And I'm going to put this on matte paper. Paper from an atlas. Okay. Very grungy again. Can't say I got much of the turquoise on there. Or you don't see much of the turquoise. All right, let's leave that and add some. I'm just going to add a pink paint. Oh. I'm trying to get rid of these. I don't like these satin. I'm trying to use them up and get rid of them. I'm just going to put a pink on there. And put this other side. I'm here to try to clean the plate up. So I will say the black flash, when you're jelly print with it, comes out very, very grungy. So that's a pink with some black flash picked up. So that's a fairly decent base. Let's see what happens when we add. I wish I had that orange. Let's try this raspberry on top of that and see what it does. Which it reminds me almost of a copper when you look at it. It may come across as too pink. It may not be enough of a difference. It may look like a tone on tone. Yeah, it's kind of a tone on tone. I don't hate it. Let's try adding I almost wonder if a dark paint, like let that dry and put a dark paint and see what it does. Let's try black. I don't think there'll be like something I'll really jelly print with a whole lot right now, to be honest. I'm not super impressed. Have Patty's touch, I guess. We can try some of the gold flake too stuff. You can also try some of the watery. Okay, it's there. I don't know if you can you see it? It's very subtle. It doesn't pop like a patina print because they're so thin. Let's try this is the dragon. Okay, now I'm gonna squirt some water on it and let it kind of beat up. Let's try some music paper. So let's put just a layer on the music paper of the dragon. So you do get that kind of, I did get a little bit of Probably didn't put enough water. Okay. Let's put what's left over here. Just kind of trying to get the green off the plate, was whatever was left. So let's let that dry just a little bit. And let's see what happens if we add yellow flash. On top of it through a stencil. Let's use this stencil again. This one is purple flash. Well, I can still see, I mean, it's translucent enough I can see all the music paper. I like that aspect of it. There's a yellow on there. Let's add the one next to it is pink flash. Okay, let's see what we get if we add purple to the yellow. I'm just going to pick it up as a base. I'm thinking I might get like a metal color, like a pewter maybe. Okay, that actually is really pretty. I must have still got some of the dragon green. To me, that's real, like a pretty Easter color. I like that purple and green together. Okay, so we want to try this one. I'm going to do this one and I need a little more. I'm going to do the water. I'm going to put more water this time. I keep forgetting about the gold leaf. And I want it to be on white, so I'm going to put it on white. I want to get as pink as you could get it. That actually is a very pretty color. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and we'll add some of this old leaf. I have a fan going, so that's not helping me in any way. Okay, let's add the darker purple. Over this pink. There's still pink on the roller. I don't really care. And then let's use the letters. And this. I may not get a lot of the gold yet. I'm gonna layer this on the back. Okay, that's not bad. It's kind of tone on tone. Let's see how much of that. I didn't lose any too much to my. I'm not seeing a lot of shimmer, to be honest with you. Unless you put it on the black. When you put it on the white, you lose the shimmer. I think it really has to be over a dark color to pop. Let's put the aqua. And some of that's lime green stuff. Let's try this stencil. And add a layer to this. Well, it did add some more. It took some of that back. I think I agree with Janet. Unless they're on top of a black or a dark, I don't really see a lot of shimmer or any bang for your buck. To me, I think they would be more effective used as glazes. Okay, let's try. Okay, this is a lime green kind of color. Haywood paints it. let's take some lime green and add some of that to it. Okay, let's get this stencil. Okay, let's put that on a black. Now that's got an opaque on it, in it. Now that turned out interesting. It's very army-like. It's not colors I typically go towards. Okay, we'll let that dry. And let's put a turquoise, blue, whatever. And let's put blue flash. I kind of think I would use them more to like stencil on top with a sponge. Okay, and then let's just add this to I don't really like this, so let's just add it to there and see what we get. Now I actually kind of like it. Can't say that it's sparkly. I mean, I get more sparkle from PBO. Let's take that off there. I'm just going to put some white on. And do a cleanup. Right now, I would not say they're my go-to. Like, I would want a jelly print with them a lot. Hi, Colleen. This was a iris moss with green flash on black. Paper. Now that's pretty. But it's not shimmery. It's just pastel. I could have done that with this paint and this paint and saved my money. So Like, I don't rock it. The only shimmer I see is the metallic gold. So I am not overly impressed. You know, Patty got really cool results. Maybe I need to go back and watch Patty's videos again. The gold came from gold leaf that I stuck on the plate. It was straight up gold. Now, if you want a grunge look, the black flash is kind of cool. And, you know, that is one of the ones Patty used quite a bit. So let's try. I'm looking for something that would kind of do a crusty bits. So if you put this on a black, this is black flash. On black. It does look bronze. And there is shimmer. But for the, I don't know, not overly impressed right now. Okay, let's try the turquoise with the black flash. They're very thin. So let's add a little bit of this blue in there. Like in my prayer paper. Okay, and let's put this alphabet. Let's add, I'm going to just add that to this. So I like that better. Got more depth. Let's take that off. Take that off. Let's let that dry. And then let's pick that up with white. And do a cleanup print. More white paint than that. Oh, I don't have that on. strayed. Oh well. These all get cut up anyways. So again, if you use the black flash, you get a really grungy feel. But if you add the oh, I mean, I don't see a lot of shimmer. Besides the gold. So I don't think it's how I'll use them. Let's try that. I think I'll end up using them more as like a glaze on top of something that's dark. I don't know. There's not the only shimmer, Judy. There's a little shimmer in this one, in that pink. There's a little shimmer there. No shimmer. No real shimmer. No real shimmer. A little not worth the cost, in my opinion. A little shimmer. The first one, the glaze on top of the black, is where I've got the most shimmer. That is where I've gotten the best results. A little shimmer. A little shimmer. A little shimmer. A little here and there. Kind of shimmery. The purple here and there. A little here and there. It's not really, I mean, I can do this much. This is a metallic paint on top of black. And I got as much shimmer as I got from any of those. I get more shimmer from the PBOs when I added to paint. To be honest, for what they cost, I'm not overly impressed. But that's just my opinion. Try some PBO with the shift. Okay. Well, this is regular copper. Do we want to let it dry and then put the Oh, this is a Jones stencil. These are either Jones stencils or stencils I cut. Yeah, I think they're better as a glaze. And I think that they do better on top of a dark pigment as a glaze. I'm not saying they're bad paints. I'm just not seeing anything I want to jelly print with. I'm not putting the dragonflies on my plate, but we can try a dragonfly like through a stencil with a sponge or a PBO. This is Black Flash with the copper. Now that's kind of more what Patty got, but she was adding the Goldens metallics in with them. It looks like a sterling silver pewter behind the copper. Okay, let me get a PBO. Okay, this is blue-green. Now, do you want me to put the flash in the here or layer it? Let's watch this. This is bang for your buck. Well, not as good as I thought it would be. Okay, so do you want me to put a flash on that? Together. Okay, well, that's a little. Let's try something. This is dry, so let's try picking it up with the raspberry, whatever color. Let's see what we get. Let's try music paper. That's the PBO and the raspberry. That's kind of pretty. Okay, so I'll do it. Okay, here is gold green. What do you want me to add into it, Eileen? Same color, opposite color. Hi, Lori. I don't know about all the good stuff. Okay, green. I'll go with the dragon because it's a little bit of a darker green. Go with that again. Okay, I'm going to start off by just putting it on here. That was that brayer paper. That we can get that off. Now, what do you want to pick it up with, Eileen? I might have to do something with that. You want to pick it up with can't pick it up with green. You want to pick it up with white. Hi, Gail. Okay, Eileen. The yellow shift? Okay. I think you're just going to get a tone on tone. I don't think you're going to see much contrast. I'm going to go music paper again. That's just the dirty brayer. A little bit of tone on tone, but not a lot of, I mean, it is shimmery. Sort of. There's a big splotch in the middle here of the plate I want to get off. Should we try blue flash on top of that? Yeah, it is sheer, so you can see the paper behind it. Let's try like the blue flash on top of this with the stencil. It's very sheer. Well, it darkened up and made more of a green on top of the yellow. Yeah, let's just pick that up on here. Nothing to write home about, I don't think. Some came off. Okay. Oh, my ring. Nailed that paper. I think one I liked. All right, let's take that stencil. Let's move the jelly plate out of the way. Let's find something that needs some help. That needs some help. That needs some help. I'll start out with those two. Let's take the dragonfly. Okay, this is red, violet, blue shift. And this one's gold, red, violet shift. Let's try this one right here. Okay, it helps if you open them up. Let's try some dragonfly glaze over the color shift in areas. Okay, and then let's take purple flash. Let's add dragonfly to the purple flash. Okay, draw that just for a minute in that fan. This corner is just the dragonfly flash. Now, if you rock it, you can see the purple. Every once in a while, can you see it right here in this corner? Now, where I added the color shift to it, it tinted it, and it's definitely more visible. This is way more subtle, like you have to move it and then it appears. I don't hate the color shift with the Dragonfly. It is drying a little softer. It's starting to kind of, as it dries, you're still. Yeah, PBO has matte paint. That they're not their Dyna. Okay, let's take this. Let's take the other Dragonfly. We need a different stencil. Okay, so first I'm going to just hit it with the Dragonfly again. This is the gold, red, violet shift. Yeah. Now, I can't say that these are much different than the interference that I've used or some of the glimmer dust. Okay. All right, I'm going to do right in here with just the Dragonfly. Then let's add this burgundy coppery one. Raspberry Flash. To that, and we'll put it down here. Might be more interesting over the black parts. Okay, I'm gonna leave some without. And then I'm gonna come over here just on the black paper. I'm gonna add some purple in there. Okay. I like the impact when you mix them on the black, because I'm seeing multiple colors. I've got some of the purple, some of the raspberries, some of the Dragonfly, all mixed in there. I like that. Can't say that this shows up very much. Again, it's real subtle. Like you don't see it. And then it just looks like something was kind of spilled on it. So I don't think that it helped that at all. I do like it on the black. In fact, I like it well enough on the black that I'm going to take black paint and add dots into this just to see if I can't make this paper something more that I would use. And some of that green will pop, some of it won't. So I just think I like that a little more. Little pieces of it. I don't know that I would use it as a big piece. But this I'll definitely use. Now the black did help this purpley bit because it kind of, there is a shimmer, but it made it look more purposeful of the dragon glaze. But you have to be in person. I don't know that you can even see right there. If I, can you see it? The purple right there? The little dots. And over here, there's some. So I definitely say that I will use them more as glazes when I'm trying to add more interest or pattern, and probably more traditional, like sponging through a stencil. This, well, it's ripped for one, but it needs help. Let's take the jelly plate, because I don't care that it's ripped. Let's take the black. Let's put a pop of some kind of black stencil on there. Looking for something interesting. Get this stencil out first. Let's do one of Joan's stencils. Well, it's better. Again, it'll get torn up. Let's add this on top of here. God, and then take that off. I got one other thing I have not used or played with at all. Let me put this up. It's been sitting on my desk. Don't really know how I want to use it per se. I don't remember why I bought it. I know it was Eileen's fault, or Shauna, or somebody's. Okay, I did buy the set of metallic distressed sprays. Some states are ridiculous on the car tags. Why can't they just put like a pull tag on these that you could pull somewhere to get them like going? We gotta go around and around. There we go. There's one. So I don't know what we're gonna do with like what the plan is to look how what we want to do with these, Eileen. I know when we were in Las Vegas, tags were high. Ours are not that high here in Texas. Comparative to other states. We pay like $80 on the truck, which is nothing, I know, compared to. No, not as fun as art supplies or. All right, we're down to one more to open. Yeah, and that's reasonable. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's one thought. This is what I've been doing with a lot of the oxides. I made this paper the other day. I sprayed this, a big piece, and then I took pieces and laid it down in it and tapped it. And that I love. I didn't smoosh it around. So let's try some of the medical paper. Trying to shift stuff. Oh, I just cut my finger. Darn it. So let's try. That's the antique bronze. With the gold. There is shimmer. Okay, let's set that aside. Let's add. I don't have a whole lot of distressed. Just I picked out some of the colors I like. Let's add, this is Lindy's moon stuff. It's a Starburst. It's Bodacious Blush. That gave it some pretty blush tone. Okay, then let's see. Okay, this is another Lindy's. Pretty in pink or something like that. Got a project that's going to be all pinks and blushes, like a Paris. This one's not spraying. Okay. That works. Okay, that's pretty. Somewhere we got some turquoise. Oh, you know where the turquoise is coming through? The board, the plastic. That right there is pretty. Wonder if we can pick it up. It's just a real subtle layer. Let's add blue, distressed. Actually, I got a couple blues. Let's add the blue. I thought I had another blue, but I don't. I have the green. This is a Lindy's, supposed to be a mulberry. And let's add the white. Distressed. And then let's add some purple illusions here and there. Go back with the, I want to get it really wet. And then what I've been doing is taking a piece that's all wrinkly. Just trying to get the edges. Okay, let's try one other thing on top of this. The Dilution Silver. Okay. So there's that piece. And then when you collage with it, the white goes clear. So you can get the print or whatever underneath. And this piece, in my opinion, looks better on the reverse. And let's see if we can't get that wet. Some of that silvery stuff on there. Let's try some of the green. I just dropped a cap. On here. And yellow. And the marmalade. And then let's come back in with that bronze. And let's go back with the white. And a little more of the green because I want that to be kind of the dominant. And then we need a piece of wrinkly paper. So there's a piece that's pretty subtle. It's not very dark. And then this piece, like I said, the back side is usually better, is brighter. Let's try that real quick. This is some Lindy's. I'm just letting drip. It's more. Let those drip on there. So that's probably not going to look very pretty on the camera right now, but it's coppery. It's got green shimmer. Probably needs a little more green shimmer. And I'm going to lay it down on top of the other one that was the same color family. Those sort of. But that's what I've been doing with my distress sprays. Is Kathy sent me, Kathy Berg, some medical paper with the distress oxides, which made me buy the distress oxides. And so I've been making tissue paper and let it dry to put in my stash. Because when I do the bags, I really like using it. Okay, put that. Up. Because I have a mess now. Let me get it wet wipe. Don't know what lid goes to what lid because I've just been throwing them. Yeah, it's super simple. I'm just cleaning off the tips of the bottles and trying to find the ones that match. I think the round, yeah. The round tips are the distressed. The more square ones are the Lindy's. Okay. That does not go on there. Okay. I wonder. Well, I'm missing, I got an extra cap, but a cap that doesn't match. So I'll figure that out later. That's about it for me. I've made a ginormous mess. But I don't have to go to school or go anywhere for the next 9 days unless I want to. Yay. And the children were wild today. Every stencil you own grabs another stencil. Oh, there's the other lid. That means one somewhere is without a lid. Because I have a lid and no bottle. Oh, right here. Bingo, the one that won't work. Problem solved. One of the things to do this week is kind of rearrange. I've got a new cabinet that I'm bringing in. So I'll rearrange my art room a little bit. And I have two dog commissions. The Paris canvas. That I can do on camera. The dog ones I can't do on camera. Don't listen to Eileen. I need to do, Lori, we need to do your puppy, dog, rabbit. We need, right? We need to do the girl in pink. I'm thinking. The mini bunny. Yeah, and it's like storage that's closed. I won't be able to get to it real easily. It's going to be in a corner. But I'm going to put stuff in there that I don't get into all the time. And it's another flat surface. So I can probably put like the laminator on top of it and get it off the table to the side. And then once Bob decides what dresser he's getting later down the road, he's going to get a new dresser. I'm going to get the dresser we bought that has a scratch on it. It's not very good. But it'll give me some drawers to put things in. Now, if you're not, I mean, Lori, what if you do, you don't, we'll decide. I mean, later. Just DM me. We don't have to do it now. We can do it in the spring or not at all. I know just we had talked about. Yeah, I just got to get some of it behind doors or in baskets labeled that I can't see because it's. I haven't shown y'all like here. My room is. I'll take a picture. You have to remember this is from the door right now. That's what my room looks all around me. See, this is just so cluttered and things are falling off the shelf. I try to put like by like, but it just exploding at the seams. Like these are drawers with jelly prints, but they're all full. That's a box of patterns. There's 2 boxes of napkins back there. And so then when I stream, then the things get thrown around. Now the paint and stuff is for the most part, it's the paper stuff and the tissue. And I mean, just like tons of this stuff that goes cray cray. Yeah, I need something to go on the shelves. I think more things like this container that I can say this is in it, put a lid on it, and stack it. Almost, or cubby type canvas where I don't see it and it can't fall off the shelf. I guess. Because it's just exploding. And that doesn't, I mean, that's not the mailing closet. Yeah, I need containers for it because the open shelves, things are just falling off of it and they're stacked everywhere. So some of it's going to be investing in some plastic bins and containers for different things that can be on the shelves, but I don't see it. Like I need it to be like at school. My lab equipment is in cabinets, all sorted. It may be a hot mess when you open the cabinet, but you don't see it. Cat litter trays are good for some things. No, that's too big because I already have shelves. I need things that are going to make more use of the shelves. Because some of it is like it gets stacked too hot. Like I need containers with lids, flat lids, that'll fit on those shelves. And some of it I want to be the canvas containers that you don't see through. Like the sewing patterns, I don't need to dig deep, deep, deep. I just need to be able to grab a pattern off the top. Because I have 2 drawers in the dining room full of sewing patterns and a box in here. So nothing fits under my desk. Not. I already got stuff under my desk on one side, but I can't, under my table where I sit, there's no room. There's one thing I could put another cabinet next to. I have like a little drawer thing that pulls out. My phone has now got spray on it, like Lindy's, Distressed Oxide. But that's one of my things that I'm going to sort of start this week. I won't get very far because we don't get paid. We get paid right at the end of the break. But I have in 3 weeks, I have another big break. But I can bring the red cabinet in and put stuff in there and then start little by little getting some bins and putting like to like. Mine now, all my inks are on a cart. I'll show you. They're still not. I did that same thing. See, that's all my inks on the top of a cart and my markers. I need a little thing that hangs off the side for some of this stuff. Is really all I need. One of those little baskets, because all the inks are in there. Or they're in this Ranger. So that I got for the Marabou. So that's not too bad. But like the paint storage and the ink storage, it's all this paper. It's all the paper, guys. Because it's the big stacks. It's the 12 by 12s and the scraps and the 6 by 6. Oh, dear Lord. She probably had like super expensive IKEA. Like paper boxes would be good. The 12 by 12 paper boxes that could be stacked, possibly. I need to use the paper and get rid of it because I don't use it very much. So, why do I have a message from a parent? Do they not know that it's break? Lord. The second time that parent's asked. Refrigerator containers. The boxes, Elaine? Eileen? Well, part of the problem is the shelves, I'll show you, is you put something on it and there's more room. So, like, this is better where there's two containers stacked on each other. Than here, I've got containers, but they're not necessarily, there's all this dead space sometimes. So that's why I think I need, like, oh, plastic containers are super expensive. That's why I said it will be a area at a time projects. Like, get something that works for this, put that up, and then work my way kind of shelf by shelf. Now, we did buy Bob some on Amazon, but they were a little wide. So I think I'm going to try to find something a little narrower. Almost shoebox size is what I may end up getting at like the Dollar Tree. Because then I can stack them on the shelves and I can label what they are. But I'm also thinking the cubby things, the canvas ones. That's my goal between now and spring. I mean, it may take a while, is to just work my way from one area to the next, getting it back under control. Because it's like it slides a little and then you add more and you shift this and you shift that. And then all of a sudden it's the dark side. And all right, I am going to let y'all go. Thanks for hanging out. I will see y'all tomorrow at Shauna's. I will not be streaming Sunday, I don't think. I might stream some other time this week, but I'm making no promises. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.